Hey fellas, I'm going to do a quick visual on cam lobes and their either called lobe intensity or lobe aggressiveness. I'm sure you've heard Rod mention something about slow lobes, or me busting his chops about slow lobes. What that's about is the lobe speed. Like on this one right here, Crane made the letter cams for Ford Motorsport. You can look on their page. You can, all three cam companies, Crane, Bullet, and Comp, you can go to their website and download the master lobe library. It'll let you save it as a PDF file, and you can look at all that stuff and see what you like or what you don't like. You can there's a engine modeling program called Engine Analyzer. You can download Engine Analyzer 3.9 from the internet. It'll let you run it for like 2 weeks or 10 days for free before it'll turn itself off. It's pretty spendy if you got to buy it. I have heard of guys having keys on the internet you can find, and it'll let you run it for nothing. Obviously I don't condone that because that's cheating, but I'm just saying I've heard of people doing that. So anyway, Crane made the letter cams for Ford, and on this one right here, this is the lobe they used for the B cam. All praise B cam. I had said it was a big block Chevy flat tapper profile. I misremembered. It's actually for a Chrysler and AMC, so it's a Rambler lobe. Anyway, it's how they number it is 224 degrees duration at 50 thousandths, and then the second number is the lobe lift, and then here you got the 280 advertised, and then you got the duration at 0.200. That is 130 degrees. And then over here you got the valve lift, 1.6, 1.7 rockers. Alright, so remember 280, 224, 130. This one is a comp lobe profile, and this one is the one you get if you have or order like a comp Magnum. Those they usually advertise as for like carbureted applications, but this one right here, whoops, is 280 just like the B cam, 224 at 50 just like the B cam, but at 0.200 you got 144 degrees duration, whereas the other one had 130. So you got 14 degrees more duration in that little span of the 0.200 lift. That's pretty significantly more duration, and you also get 50 thousandths more lift. And what having a more aggressive cam will do is it'll give you more torque. That, even from my experience, and it also you can make it to where it has less overlap, so it'll run a little smoother, and you still make decent horsepower. What the car companies are doing now compared to what they did in the old days, the carbureted and stuff, now they typically have like the big ports, in the intake and your heads, and then they'll run a smaller cam, and then they delay the intake valve opening, so when the piston's going down the bore, the intake valve hasn't opened yet, and it'll kind of pop open, and it'll you get a big column of air coming in. The air has momentum, so it kind of fills the cylinder really well. But because you're using a small cam, it doesn't have any of the bad characteristics of like a bigger cam, and they still make good power, and you still get good mileage, and you get emissions that are good. So that's how they're kind of seem to have going. It's really evident in the LS, where they got them big heads, even on a little 5.3, and then a little bitty cam, and it runs real strong, especially when you put a turbo on it, as I'm sure you've all seen. The other cam company is Bullet. They make the cams for Anderson, and they all three companies, you can go to their website, you can download the master lobe library is what they usually call it, and you can save it as a PDF. You can run it on your computer, and you can look at all the stuff that they offer. Now, Bullet advertises or has their numbers as their 50,000th number is the first number, and then the lobe lift is the second. Crane does theirs a little different. They run their duration at 50, and then they run their lobe lift. Or is it different? Yeah, it's just Bullet uses advertised, Crane runs 50, and then Comp has got their own kind of thing. They're just doing their own deal. But anyway, that's it. I had to fix this. The first time I loaded it, I didn't realize I turned the phone sideways like everybody recommended, and it run the whole video sideways too. So I got to fire my production staff. That's all there is to it. Anyway, this will be a lot better, I hope. Catch you later. See ya.